Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, welcome, hello, welcome if this is your first time seeing my videos or you are coming back. Thank you very much. Good morning or good afternoon to Zana over in the UK and Julie. Good morning to you. Um, so my name is Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 21 years now, and I do Stampin' Up! As my full-time job, which means I offer lots of events and classes that you can take, as well as specials and just all kinds of stuff. I want to let you know, hey Kylie, good morning. Hey Cindy, hey um Pat. Oh, it's doing that thing where I can't see all the names. Anyway, Landa, good morning. Hey Pat, thanks for sharing. Yeah, Facebook's acting, or I don't know what's acting weird. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys know that over on YouTube, I will be adding timestamps later today to the video, which means you will be able to skip around once the recording is finished and I add these. You'll be able to skip around to directly to specials, stamping, events, whatever section you want. And that's in YouTube only later today, June 22nd. And then tomorrow, June 23rd, I'll put a link over here to my tutorial store. So you can go straight there, which is actually located in my blog, stamptherapist.com. And you'll be able to check out all the tutorials I have for purchase. As you come on this video, please say hi, like Pat and Kylie and everybody else, Xana, etc. And that will get you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today, which are exclusive to this video only. This is not a class I'm offering. From using the Just My Type stamp set from Stampin' Up, which is an adorable stamp set. If you don't have this one yet or haven't noticed it, adorable. So I'm going to make 3 cards, and you can win those cards or have a chance to by just saying hi on YouTube or Facebook, replay or live. And of course, you can ask questions, you can talk to each other. It doesn't matter what you say, but if you make a comment, you'll be entered. And then if you share the video, for example, like Pat and Cindy and Julie, they shared the video, but they commented that they shared so that I will know, because I can't see everyone who shares my videos. So on both platforms, you can share. Just click the button that says share and follow the instructions, and then comment that you did that. And that helps me. So thank you very much. The likes, the comments, the thumbs up, the hearts, thumbs up over on YouTube, following, subscribing, everything helps my business. So thank you so much for that. Good morning, Lou, Susan in Green Bay, sunny Green Bay, Wisconsin. Sandy, oh, you're welcome, Sandy. Thank you so much for saying that. Pat, good morning. Let me see. Sorry, all the names aren't here. Jackie, Diane, good morning to you. Rosemary, good morning. Happy summer. Yes, yesterday was the first official day of summer. And I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek, or actually, I'm just going to show you my scrapbook pages for this month. And I really like my summer pages that we're going to make, but it is sold out on Scrapbook Class, but I'm still going to show you. Maybe you'll sign up next month. Mary Ellen in Montana, thanks for sharing. 40 degrees in Montana. 40. What's going on in Montana? So it's 79 right now in Texas, and it's going to be like 90 something, I believe. However, no heat advisory today, which is like a miracle. But we had a little rain last night. I think it was unexpected. So anyway, but yeah, 40 would be nice right now. Marcia from Fond du Lake, Wisconsin. Good to see you guys. Who's over in Mansfield? I bet it's Linda, but the comment isn't there yet. I think though there's a delay in the comments on my iPad. Maybe I don't have the best whatever it is on there. Okay, I am going to go over my events. I offer tons of events. Every single one is offered to go. Some are offered in person. They're all going to include a PDF tutorial. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated, which includes designer paper if that's included with your fee. We don't cut that, but we give you, full detailed instructions and measurements in your PDF tutorial. And then you stamp and assemble at home unless I'm offering it in person and you attend. You can get tutorials only for all of my events anywhere in the world, but in the US only you can take the actual event. So first off is my 4 monthly classes, which are card class, stamp card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class. Every month I offer these in person to go or take it and borrow the supplies from me and take those to your house and stamp. 3 options every single month. The in-person happens on one day, which is this Saturday, June 24th in DeSoto, Texas. And then the to-go will be mailed the following Monday, so June 26th. These classes, the registration dates have kind of passed, but we do still have space left in 3 of the 4 classes. So card class has 2 spots left. You make 4 cards for $15, free with a $20 order. I don't have the cards here because Landa has them, but they are, I think they're really cute and pretty. But I made them and showed them on my video last week. So check that out. 2 spots left for card class. You can come in person or take it to go. Oh, Xana needs to learn how to do PDFs. Pretty easy because I use a paid service. Like they don't make the tutorial, but they make the template. It's awesome. It's called mystampinblog.com. Xana. Anyway, okay, this card. Scrapbook class has 0 left, but I have these pages here because I had to actually cut this myself this month. And it's still in the process of being cut. But we make 3 12 by 12 pages every month and then 2 that match the following month. And I just really liked our pages this month. So, sorry, let me say that correctly. We make 3 12 by 12 pages, 2 that match, 1 that doesn't match. And then the following month, you make the matching one and 2 more. And then we start that over again. So you always have a 2-page layout. Okay, so summer, it says time spent together is the sweetest. And then that's page 1. And then we'll make page 2 also. Isn't that cute? A little picnic there with some lemonade. And then we'll make page 1 of our July 4th. Of course, this is great for the United States. July 4th. This, I think it's time for a celebration. And then we'll make page 2 next month in next month's class. So I don't have any spots left, but you can sign up next month. And I will be selling the tutorials, of course. You can actually sign up every month. I give you a discount on the 4 tutorials if you sign up ahead of time with my class registration link. $30 for all 4. They're $10 each individually. So that's a $10 savings. Okay, so those are those 2. $15 free with a $20 order for both. $15 free with a $20 order. Then I have sampler and Stamp-A-Stack classes, and I have 2 left of each one. So Zany Zoo for sampler. Honestly, I think this is my opinion only. I think this is one of the cutest samplers I've done with the cute little zoo animals. It's just cute. Like you can be an adult and put it in your house, your craft room, wherever. It makes a great gift. It is great for kids, but I don't have it with me. Landa has it, but I put a sneak peek out there. I have 2 left, and you still get this month's pricing, which is $30 if you want to take that class. Shipping is separate. Of course, I always combine shipping, by the way, if you take more than 1. Okay, and then Stamp-A-Stack. Don't have those cards with me, although I do have 3, actually. Hold on. These are the Facebook prizes from when I made these on Facebook. See, it says live 6/8/23. So you make 4 designs, 3 of each, 12 cards total for only $32. and you get over $20 in merchandise with each of these classes. So sampler, you get over 20 in merchandise. Stamp a Stack, over 20 in merchandise. Plus, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. You just cut your designer paper. So I have 2 left of each one. 2. Let me know if you want to sign up or grab the link. It'll be the first 2 people who use the link, basically. And if a third person does, I will refund you and let you know. Let's see. Let me catch up here. We had snow in the mountains yesterday on the first day of summer. Mary Ellen. Oh my goodness. Tammy, good morning. Good to see you. Let's see. Facebook user. What does it say? Afternoon again. I got kicked off. Who said that? It's so weird. Oh, there it is. Xana, you got kicked off. Okay. And you're back. Marianne, good morning. It's 73 and rainy in Florida. On our way home today and tomorrow. Ooh, I bet you're driving, Marianne. Fun. I don't enjoy driving on long trips. Not looking forward to the Texas heat. That's weird that it's cooler in Florida than Texas, though, because it is hot in Florida usually. When I've been to Disney. Linda, good morning in Idaho. Valley Chick, hello to you. Good morning. Robin, good morning. So Xana says how to access the tutorials. Pretty quick and easy. You go over to stamptherapist.com and at the top you click tutorial store and you click like buy now or add to cart or whatever. So, but of course I can give you more personal step-by-step instructions on that. Robin says, good morning, sunshine, I should say. Cindy, good morning. Linda in Idaho, good morning. And Deborah Duke, sunny and hot here again. That's right. Sunny and hot. Okay. So those are the 4 monthly classes. I still have 1 bingo packet left. These are the 4 cards you'll make for bingo. Plus you'll get to play games and have a chance to win our door prizes. It's happening next Thursday, the 29th. At 6:30 p.m. Central. I was checking my calendar. And you do get to stamp along with me if you choose, or just watch me stamp and interact and talk because it's on Zoom and chit chat with each other and give stamping tips. We always learn some new thing, that some amazing tip someone has. And it's just a lot of fun. So I have 1 spot left on that. The registration link is still open. And when 1 person signs up, it will close. And I still have time to mail that to you, by the way, and you receive it in time. Normally, I don't mail those until the 26th, but I mailed them all yesterday, except for that 1 person. And then annual catalog celebration. This is a new event that, skip some graphics here. A new event that I just announced. It's happening on July 8th, in person and to go. We are going to make cards from several stamp sets or bundles or suites from the annual catalog. So we will be using the Gone Fishing bundle, the Crafting with You bundle, So Refreshing bundle, and Beautiful Balloons bundle. And of course, lots of coordinating products. We'll make at least 8 projects. You will also get with your fee 2 stamping demonstrations by team members of mine, as well as I have display stampers. And so even if you take it to go, you'll get to see those photos over in the exclusive Facebook group for the event. So it's happening in person on July 8th. Your kits are mailed the Monday after that. If you take it to go, you'll get product with your fee, a goodie bag, the projects cut, die cut, punched, embossed, ready for you to stamp and assemble with those bundles. You can add on the bundles at a discount when you register if you need those. But of course, for in person, I provide them. There's an optional card swap. In person, I will be having my BOGO sale. So I'll bring what I have left from BOGO to the in person in case you want to shop that. And again, it's just a lot of fun. This is my first big event where I'm using several, different variety of stamps and products from the annual catalog, which did just come out in May. It's still new. Okay, coming soon, online class with Alejandra, hopefully in July. We are both very busy, but we know we're going to do a class and planning on it. So it's It's coming. And then August 10th, you can take the retreat. The in-person retreat is August 10th, and it's offered to go. So this is a full thing, $50 goodie bag, 10 or more make and takes. We'll be using the Cheerful Daisies bundle along with the, what is that stamp set called? I blinked. Oh, Kindest Expressions. I was like, I blinked out on the name. Stamp set to do your 10 or more make and takes. And then we have 2 optional classes you can add on or even take only the classes. Crafting with You, which will include a sampler. Who doesn't need a crafting sampler for their craft room? Yes, you do. And the inked and tiled Stamp-A-Stack class, which will include or use note cards and envelopes to make a bunch of cards. So April's designing inked and tiled, I'm designing crafting with you, and I do design the make and takes for the retreat. So you get a $50 goodie bag, you get a bag, you get gifts from us, you get the whole experience mailed to you if you cannot attend in person. But it is offered in person as well, August 10th, Temple, Texas. 8-foot table. You get to use our supplies for your make and takes and classes that are optional, of course. You get to write myself a note. I forgot something I forgot to do, kind of unrelated, but it is related. A link I need to set up. Anyway, what else? Meals provided. Optional, you can pay and get a massage while you're there. And of course, hanging, you get a bed. But hanging out with the crafters is the most fun part. Getting, you can really focus and get a lot of work done if you want. It's awesome. So any questions on any of this stuff, let me know. There's also an email going out at 1:00 today. So make sure you're on my email list. There's a link in the video up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube. Sign up for my email newsletter and you will get an email at 1 p.m. Central today with links to all of these events that have links set up, including retreat or retreat in a box or the 2 optional classes. And then last but not least, crafting cruise. It's amazing. Harmony of the Seas, Galveston, Texas, January 28th, 2024. This is, I don't have it written down, but we've done a lot of crafting cruises. We had one, I believe only one was canceled during the pandemic. So, obviously we didn't do one that year, but I don't know, it was like 6, 7, 8, something like that, crafting cruises. We is April McCright and I. April is my retreat partner. She's the one designing that retreat class. And she, of course, designs half of the gifts, the bag, all kinds of stuff in retreat. But anyway, we definitely collaborate on these events. And we will collaborate on the cruise. It includes, if you do the crafting portion, which is optional, you can bring anyone with you on the cruise. They don't have to craft. It includes 6 individual classes that are self-paced. So you can come down to the crop room anytime you want, and you can work on those classes. Of course, we'll be in and out of the crop room. We can help you. We give you PDF tutorials before the cruise. Of course, printed instructions there to use it. It's amazing. Gifts, games, fun, fun, fun. Any questions on that, let me know, because you definitely want to go on the crafting cruise. And we get our group rate, which is cheaper than any rate Royal Caribbean, any sale they will be offering, our group rate will be better. So check with our travel agent, check with them. Okay, so links in 1:00 email. Any questions, let me know. Who's that? Xana, wish I could do retreat, need to win the lottery. I get it totally, especially if you're coming from the distance you're coming from. Denise, good morning. Let's see. What else did I see? Cindy, have to watch replay. We're in market. Oh, yes, Cindy's working today. Hey, G-Ann. Hey, Janet in North Carolina. Hey, Darlin. Yay, yes, you signed up for bingo. I mailed your stuff yesterday. Hopefully you guys will get it soon. There is something in there that you might want to refrigerate. Just saying. So open it as soon as you get it on bingo. I should have emailed that out to you guys. That's a good thing. Carol, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Darlin in Hollywood, Florida. Okay. So those are my events. Now specials. We have some good specials going on this month in June. Stampin' Up! Doesn't always have specials, but this month we do. So designer paper sale, 15% off select designer papers in the whole month of June. One is not orderable, but it's pretty temporary because it says like 3 days from now it will be back, which is the Country Side Inn, which is one I did tell you guys is extremely popular on my last video. It's just very popular. I think it's very versatile and works with almost any of your stamps. So anyway, that one went not orderable on free shipping yesterday. Thanks to everyone who placed your free shipping orders. Thank you, thank you. But it's coming back in literally 2 or 3 days from now. So that's that one. Oh, and Hello Irresistible, same deal. They both are coming back in a couple of days. But 15% off only until the end of June, including the one I'm going to use today, Delightfully Eclectic. It's going to be $25.50 instead of $30. You get 48 12 by 12 sheets. It's amazing. This Glorious Gingham, I use that over on my scrapbook page. Which, by the way, I think this camera gives a crisper. It's a crisper camera than the face one. So right there, that's that Glorious Gingham paper. It's only $8.92 with the sale. This is just giving you another sneak peek of my scrapbook pages because I'm very proud of them this month. Anyway, so that's the sale. It works. Of course, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get your discount on top of these prices, so even deeper discounted. If you're not a demonstrator, you can take advantage of our starter kit special. And there's no obligation, don't worry, but it's the best deal we have. You pay only $99. You choose 155 in any current merchandise you want. Anything that's available. Obviously, we do have a few items not orderable out of our hundreds and hundreds of products. We have a few that are coming back, but they're temporarily not available. Now, anything current you can order. You'll be part of my team, at least for a little while. You don't have to join in with the team if you don't want, but you'll have that option to be part of us on Zoom. We're having a Zoom crafting night next Wednesday. Of course, it's optional. We have monthly meetings either on Zoom or Facebook Live and in person. We have challenges. Oh, the cat just jumped up here. We have challenges and incentives and trainings and whatever you want. Here's the cat. Anyway, and these are some products if you want to get that starter kit that you can add to the starter kit if you choose. And they are only available currently to demonstrators. These are going to be online exclusive starting in July. You can purchase them in July, but you can add them to the starter kit now, or if you're a demonstrator, you can already order them. A Christmas bundle or holiday bundle, whatever you want to call it. Christmas and holiday designer paper. I don't know how to make her stay down. Really pretty snowflake embellishments, and then an all occasion flower set. I showed these on a previous video, so if you have any questions on that, let me know. But I am personally inviting you to join my team. A lot of people think that the whole starter kit thing doesn't apply to them, but it applies to anyone who likes to stamp and likes to get a discount. Once you have joined, you're not obligated. You don't have to purchase. You don't have to get your discount, and you definitely don't have to sell or do videos or any parties or whatever. You can. You don't have to, and there's no pressure. So any questions, let me know. Both of those specials, designer paper, which you can add to the starter kit, by the way, and maximize that 155 even more. I'm going to have a meltdown on this cat. Both of those in June 30th. So look in the camera. Look over here. Show them how bad you are. She doesn't jump up here when I'm working. I mean, she does a little, but not on this table. I think it's because I'm talking over here. She's like, you must be talking to me. Her name's Britty, by the way, Britty. This is what she does. She gets on my shoulder like that. Anyway, Yeah, kitty helper. Showing attention is needed. Girl, do you get enough attention? Do I give you attention? Mm-hmm. Um, hey, Fran, good morning. Hardly wait for the cruise, Sue. Yes. Let's see here who came on. Denise, good morning. I'm getting cat hair in my mouth. Pretty Britty. Yes, Pretty Britty Kitty. She is a girl, Linda. She's a big girl. She was so tiny when I got her. Look at the camera. Oh gosh, look at that. Now she's got my head. Okay, now go down and please stay down. All right. I think it's time to point the camera down. I'm going to, oh, didn't my hair get lovely? I'm going to show you a card I received in the mail, remind you about my ordering special, and then get started stamping. So, first of all, I got this super cute card in the mail from Oma. And so it's the gnomes, which I think are gone. But anyway, the gnomes, you know me so well. But then she has this adorable greeting on the inside. There's no one like you. So thank you, Oma. I think this was also from a paper pumpkin kit, and she combined it with the gnome. So super creative there, embossed this background. Love it. So thank you, Oma. She always puts her cards inside a clear envelope, inside the white or whatever color envelope, to protect them as they go through the mail. I always love how she mails cards like that. Okay, and then I have my ordering special every single month. You have an opportunity, get these notes out of my way, to earn a free class from me. And this is the class for June 2023. I will mail you a kit that Landa will lovingly cut for you to make these 4 cards with, what's that set called? Earth and Textures Bundle. Earth and Textures Bundle. And we cut, die cut, punch, emboss everything possible. You stamp and assemble with the PDF tutorial. Plus, I made 3 of them on a previous video. That's just with a $25 order. Only $25. Let me grab this graphic so you can see it. You need to use the host code, which I email out. It's on my blog. It's here on this video. I'm going to put it on the screen as well while I'm stamping. You can't miss that host code, but you do need to use that unless your order is over 150. Anyway, so $25 or more gets the class packet. 50 or more gets the class packet plus the amazing More Dazzle specialty paper free. And then again, if your order is 150 or more, don't use the host code and I'll still give you all my stuff. And Stampin' Up! Will give you at least $15 in free merchandise. This More Dazzle paper comes with, I believe, 4 sheets each of gold and champagne. I love this paper so much. And I think a silver one is coming in the holiday catalog, but I'm not 100%. But based on the sneak peek we saw on the incentive trip, which less than 1% of demonstrators earn, disclaimer, I think I saw some silver glimmer, More Dazzle paper on it. But anyway, free. Any questions, let me know. That's through the end of June. Okay. So today's cards, I'm using the Just My Type stamp set. This camera straight from the beginning. Just My Type. No. It's photopolymer. It is adorable. It's 17 stamps. That's crazy. So it's really cute. It's mainly solid images that do not need to be colored in, except there's a couple other things that you can color in. Sorry, I can't talk. So let me describe the stamp set. We have an outline flower. It's just like literally someone hand drew a little daisy, almost, it's not super realistic. It's like I drew it or a kid drew it. Thick lines, a tiny little paper clip image, an image that has the word hello, HELLO, but it's in old-fashioned typewriter keys, so they're all in circles. It's one long stamp. I'll be using it today, so you'll see that. but they're not separate letters. It's one long image that says hello, old-fashioned typewriter keys, all caps. There are two images that make like a piece of paper coming out of the typewriter. One is straight edges and one, the top left, is curled over. When you're looking here, it looks like that's also says thank you inside or for you, but it's not. Those are separate stamps. There's a thank you, a for you. I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. You hold the key to my heart, and hi. Of course, those are all in a typewriter font, mostly lowercase. A little flower pot, like a very small little flower pot. It is like half-inch tall with stripes on it. So it's like white or no color stripe, no color stripe. And then like a leafy plant to put in there, just big leaves, solid, no need to color, separate stamp. You can stamp that to go inside. A solid heart that's solid but a little messy on the edges, and it's very tiny. I think these are the same size as inside. It's like a half-inch, but it's a good heart. The typewriter image, so it's sort of like a vintage typewriter look, but I don't know how to describe it for my vision impaired customers, but it's solid, and then where the keys would be is just white, and then where the little printer ink thing is like white. So hopefully that helps. A little envelope image, just hand-drawn envelope, kind of like the flower. And then last but not least, a little row of 5 plants in a row, sort of like wildflowers, just some things growing. There's sort of like a tulip style, a daisy style, some other kind of flower style, one with just sort of berries on it, and one with just leaves. And you definitely can color those in. Okay, so there it is, just my type. Let me grab my packet. Where is it? Right here for my first card. These cards are exclusive to this video. It's not a class I'm offering, but I will post the recipe cards over on my blog, stamptherapist.com. Let me put my stuff up here. Stamptherapist.com today at 11 a.m. Central. Recipe cards, measurements, and then you'll have this video, so you'll definitely be able to recreate these. Okay, so let me get started. This card is, the card base, I should say, is Calypso Coral, and it's 5.5 by 8.5. So I took an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, cut it in half. It makes 2 cards that fit into the normal invitation size envelope, just like the card I showed you from Oma, just like most of the cards we make. I'm going to fold it in half by aligning the 2 corners of the paper on the table. If I do it in the air, by the time I put it down to seal it, it has shifted. I rest it against my thumbnail, and then I try to do all my folding with the bone folder. Of course, you could score that if you want. Of course, I do it crooked when I say all that. You could score it with your paper trimmer if you want a more crisp fold, but the bone folder helps no wrinkles or less wrinkles be on the inside of the cardstock. When you do your finger, just do a side-by-side comparison. You'll see a lot more wrinkles on the inside. This is actually going to be, sorry, I forgot, a Z fold card. So I'm going to take the front now and fold it all the way back to the left. And just fold it with my bone folder. But again, you could score that at 2 1/8 if you prefer. Z fold. And this will be a portrait up and down card, and I will set that aside. And then my pieces for this card are, I have a basic white. All these measurements will be over on the blog at 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com, to go on the inside. Then I have a scrap of white here. I have 2 pieces of designer paper. So this is the, I think it's really my favorite, or one of my favorite new designer papers from the annual catalog. $25.50 until the end of June, and then we'll be back to $30. But it's 12 by 12, and you get 48 sheets, and it's called Delightfully Eclectic. It's got a bunch of colors: basic black, bubble bath, Cajun craze, calypso coral, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, misty moonlight, night of navy, old olive, petal pink, and pretty peacock. And then it's just it is eclectic, as they state. So you get tons of patterns. There are a couple of black and whites there. There's dots, there's flowers, there's, again, patterns, backgrounds, lemons, flowers. This one matches the punches. This sheet matches, no, I forgot the name of these punches. But these punches I'm using in the Stamp A Stack class this month, inked and tiled. So whatever those punches are called that go with inked and tiled, it's a set of 2 punches. And these images, of course, are designed to exactly fit in the punch, but you can punch anything out with this X one, especially. I mean, both, but I know it will look like an X, but super cute. This one matches this paper so well. It has rounded squares with letters, capital letters inside, in a typewriter print. Again, more flowers, stripes. This is the one I'm using on this card. The back has, it's like petal pink with calypso coral pretzels. Pretzels, right? Ooh, who's in St. George? Wait, who is it? These comments have to catch up. Good morning, Elaine. I'll see who it is in a second. These 2 bubble bath design stripes, and then this triangle patterns. My favorites, of course. Oh, and then let me flip them over and show you the back. I mean, black with little white swans all over. Flowers, fresh freesia with white flowers and black centers, little bitty flowers, a nice misty moonlight kind of pattern background. This sheet, I don't have the full one right here, but it's like a sheet of, I don't know what you call that paper. Almost like notebook paper. Here's another one. There's a word though. Y'all know what I mean? It's not just notebook paper, but basically there's 2 here that kind of look like notebook paper. One's more of a yellow background, one's more of a off-white background. It's really like got a pink tint to it. But anyway, this big sheet with very large white daisy type flowers all over with the yellow center. The pretty peacock with white hearts all over, but some little bubble bath hearts ever so often. Polka dot background, just dots of crushed curry, the pretzels I told you about, calypso coral with little pink strawberries all over it, tiny ones, and these pretty flowers. So it is very eclectic, but I love it. And when it came out, and when I was really investigating the catalog for my upcoming events and just thinking about what's going to work this year, I thought this paper is going to work with so many different types of in different stamp sets, and bundles. Okay, so long story short, I cut 2 pieces of the striped paper, which the stripes are basically almost all the colors I named, if not all, on the back of the paper, and white in between. They're perfectly straight stripes, only about 1/8, 1/16 of an inch thick, maybe a 1/16. Anyway, but they're perfectly straight. Okay, so let me grab this paper. I cut, they're 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 each, and I cut the 5 1/4 first, and then cut off 2 so that the stripes would match up here at, side by side, because they are going to go on this front left flap, and then when you open it, the inside front left flap. So I wanted the stripes to align. Okay. I am going to stamp on the inside. I'm going to stamp on my scrap. And then last but not least, I have this paper. And I know I said measurements will be on the blog, but this is a weird measurement on this white. It's a little less than 4 inches. So it's 3 7/8 by 4. And I was like later going to just make it 4 by 4, but I think even adding that little bit is too wide. So it's 4 inches tall, 3 7/8 wide. And then I have a piece of black to mat behind that. I'm going to stamp on all 3 of these. Let's see how y'all are doing here. Let's see if I can see who said ledger paper. Thank you, Elaine and Pat. I knew some of my accountant type people would know those names. Ledger paper, yes. Yes, there's a stamp set with pretzels, Xana. Yes, definitely. I think I have that set now. Okay, I'm looking. I'm just finding it strange. Where's that comment now? Pam, very rainy, North Carolina. Hey, Liz, thank you. She says, cute set. Ooh, Marcia, don't forget to hit the thumbs up next to live chat. And good morning, Marcia. What happens when screen is black? I do not know. Lou, is anyone else having that? Anybody else? Black screen? Might want to restart the app. Linda didn't catch name. Oh, Brittany. Oh, that's no problem, Brittany. I mean, Linda. I called you Brittany. No problem that you said boy. It's just like I know people would prefer to know if it is a girl or boy. But literally, I don't get offended by that. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Whoever's in St. George. I don't know why. Oh, there it is. It's Terry. Terry. Yay, I found your name. Okay. Anyway, let me grab my stamps. I'm going to use the hello stamp, the typewriter keys. I'm going to put a greeting on the inside. It's going to say, you hold the key to my heart. So then I need to stamp the heart. And is that all? That's all I need. Okay. I am going to have to do lots of cleaning because we're going to stamp hello in several colors today. So I got my chamois here. It's hopefully wet enough, but if not, I have a standby chamois on the other side. Let me stamp this inside first real quick. In black, I'm going to use Memento black ink. Let me look at my ink colors. Freesia, Bubble, Petal, Coral, and Navy. These are all the colors I'm going to use on this card. And I got these colors directly from this paper right here, these stripes, and I'm going to stamp them in order that the stripes appear, depending on if you turn it upside down or not, which I'll have to check that. Anyway, okay, Memento black, this large white piece is going to go inside the card, so I'm just going to stamp the greeting, you hold the key to my heart, sort of top-ish, like not all the way to the top, but more toward the top center, so you have room to write a greeting or a note down below. And then the heart, I'm using Calypso Coral so that it matches the main, base of the card. And grab some scratch paper. So I'll just make sure it's nice and flat under there. If you don't have a really firm, hard table like I do, you want to use, I don't know if I have ink under my finger or self-tanner. It's something brown, but it's ink or self-tanner. Okay, if you don't have a really hard, firm table like I do with these photopolymer stamps, especially that typewriter and the word hello, you want to use your Stampin' Pierce mat. But my table is very hard, and you can just test your table. If the stamping doesn't look good, you need the thing under it. Okay, so I'm going to put about 3 hearts coming out from the left of the greeting, going up off the page. So there's that. You hold the key to my heart. Now, let me clean this because I think I'll use it in another color later. Why I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stamp this part first. So remember, it's a tiny, literally tiny bit shorter left to right, and then it's a tiny bit taller. So I went in this order. Yeah, Freesia, Bubble Bath, Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, Night of Navy. Those are the colors I chose to use. It doesn't really matter. Nobody's going to look that close at our card, but this is what I want to do. Also, side note, yesterday when I made this, I stamped these hellos out and then I trimmed around my paper. So I hope I can stamp this good with the paper already cut down. I'm inking it really well. I'm not pressing hard enough to get ink on this part, but I'm pressing multiple times in multiple spots. The stamp, because of the circles, is very solid. So you need to ink up a very solid stamp really well. Okay, so that goes at the very top. Clean it off. go to the next color, which is Bubble Bath, my favorite new color. By the way, I did, so this card is half, I don't know how close to go, half my own idea, half an inspiration from Pinterest. So I did want to do the multiple colors down the row, down the line, whatever. That was my idea. But I had seen this card on Pinterest, and I actually forgot what she had done on it until I re-looked at it yesterday after I had stamped this out. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what she did. So I'll show y'all. And hers is really cute. I'm assuming it's a her because I don't know who made it. Okay, that was Petal Pink. I'm just cleaning this stamp and stamping, clean stamp. Calypso Coral. The problem is it takes up a lot of space, so it's hard to make anything else show on the card. This is practically the entire front of the card. You definitely could cut your paper bigger, space them out a little bit more, and just make it the front of your card. Okay, and last but not least, Night of Navy. Yeah, see, I got them too close together because I was nervous. Maybe I'll just trim it. Is that not cute? Yes, but I need to trim the bottom. It's fine. You can get your... Of course, if I trim it, I need to adjust my blog post. That's another story. No, the blog post matched the sample that's posted there. So, okay, now one more time I need to stamp hello. And it's going to be a Memento Black on this scrap. And I'm going to have to use a product we don't sell, which is a 3/4 inch circle punch. Side note, Memento Black is a totally different kind of ink pad than these. It's literally got a linen surface. These are foam. These are squishy. They distribute the ink better to your ink pad, or from the pad to your stamp. They distribute it better, but differently. Like you just touch, blah, blah, blah. This one, you can twist to make sure it really gets the ink in there, but never twist and then immediately stamp. Always tap it out to get the... Twisting makes lines on these linen pads. It's Memento Black. Okay, so there we go. Beautiful. Clean it off. I can't remember if I'm using this again on a card today, so I'm cleaning it just in case. Okay, so I'm going to use the punch. You might have a die that fits it. It is a 3/4 is perfect. You may own a die. This is my old 3/4. I have seen it die cut out with the smallest circle from Stylish Shapes dies, but I don't want it that big. And I'm sure we've had dies in the past that were around this size. The punch is quick and easy if you have a punch. You can obviously punch, die cut, whatever these out and put them on cards, which, oh, you know what, I am using it on the last card. I'm going to use this again. And that's what I'll be doing, is kind of gluing them together a little closer like this. Like you can do that kind of stuff, whatever. But what this girl did, so cute. Let's see how the comments are. What will the dies out of the stamp from plants? Which plants? And I can't see whose name this is. Xana. So tell me which plant bundle it is so I can look if I own it. Okay, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of these. Actually, I'm going to trim this first. I just want it to look good. Let me try first making it the same 3 7/8 inches. Yep, it's perfect. I was scared to make it that size. So then this would be 4 by 4. So you can make it 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and it will fit. Just stamp them pretty close together. And then it's a square instead of a weird rectangle. So 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, 4 by 4 on the black. Good to know. I just wasn't going to stamp it twice yesterday because no. People have things to do. Okay, so now I'm going to put stamp dimensionals on the back. I'll use my minis, my favorite. We do sell the big ones, but I like the mini. One in the center of each little letter. Fill those off. Check these comments. Oh, planets. I don't own that one. The space bundle has some small circle dies. That one might work and makes sense because I don't own it. So I obviously didn't test that one. So this person on on Pinterest, she glued the word hello back on in a diagonal like this. It's like a, well, to me, I think bingo, but also like a word search or whatever. It's so, in my opinion, so cute. Isn't that cute? I can't look up who did it. Well, maybe I can. If I can real quick go to Pinterest on my computer. I'm going to glue this now. Let's just put it together. Pretty simple. Grab my stamp and seal. Let me go to saved. Try to find this pen. Because I don't think I ever would have thought of this on my own. I did think of the whole, let's do hello in colors, like that's so cute. And I'm sure other people did too. I'm just saying. Let me find this card real quick. Hurry, hurry, hurry. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Stamp. It's Libby Stamps. Libby Fens. Fens. Okay, I gave credit. And you can look up hers on Pinterest. It's different than mine. Okay, there we go. It is so cute, right? Yes. Who said that? Jennifer, thank you. So Xana, everybody, if you have the stargazing, guys, see if there's a 3/4 inch circle in there. Because I don't know. Those are on my list, Xana, and I actually almost ordered them the other day with something, but then I was like, I'll hold off. Oh no, actually, I almost decided to use them for my annual catalog celebration, which would mean I would need to order it. But it was between that and the Let's Go Fishing, and I decided to go with Let's Go Fishing. Okay, one little tip on this. If you do want to do the colors in order, don't turn these upside down because I confused myself so bad yesterday. I was like, I know I looked at that paper. Long story short, if you flip this upside down, your stripe paper, it'll go in backwards order. Again, nobody's going to be looking at that except us, but we'll know we did it wrong. Okay, I'm gluing the inside piece down. I attached the 2 pieces of designer paper. Now this one I did not center like I normally do because it covers up all the stripes. So I put it, this square now, all the way to the right as far as it'll go to attach it to my card. And I am going to go ahead and use Stampin' Dimensionals like I usually do, but I'm going to use the black ones, which come with large and mini in one pack. I'll use my minis. So I've turned this upside down, top to bottom. I'm going to scoot it all the way to the right and align it with the right edge of the card. And that shows me just a visual where to put these dimensionals because I don't want them to go past that first front left flap. And you can totally use white ones, but the black ones will hide under this black cardstock really well. So just try to center it top to bottom. Make it flush to the right. Stick it down And that's the final card. That's it. I tried ribbons. Actually, that's all I tried. I was like, I think personally, I can't remember if I tried something else, but little rhinestones, I think anything would take away from it. But then when they open it, they get the effect of more designer paper. Like there is some embellishments here, but not a ton. I didn't want to stamp anything that would show, thought it would interfere. You can do yours however you want. That's it. Don't forget this designer paper is only $25.50. That's the card. And I don't know if you can tell the difference in that this one's a square and this one's a slight rectangle. But I'll put the square one in the prize because I like it. I like it. These are spread out just a little bit more, of course, obviously, in between. Okay. Thank you, Julie. Don't have it yet, and Let's Go Fishing. I had to borrow Let's Go Fishing from my friend Chris to be able to do the thing because I don't have it yet either. Okay, this next card I'm going to make is actually a card I did in a class, or like it was an online class offered to go, and I just decided to make it on this video. I'm only making one. There were 6, and the tutorial is available right now. Stamptherapist.com tutorial store. You'll see it right there for all 6 cards. But I'm going to make this one because I thought it was really cute. It was a Just My Type class that was offered to go. And so anyway, that's where this card came from. So if you took that class with the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp, you will recognize this card. And I'm making it exactly the same. Okay, so this card base is crushed curry, and it has been scored with my paper trimmer at 1 1/4. I'm going to make sure where in the world did I put my ruler? 1 1/4. Yep, and then 4 1/4. So in half. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. 1 1/4, 4 1/4. So we're going to fold it in half where that score mark is, and then fold the front back on that 1 1/4. Well, the front little thing, flap, I guess, back on the 1 1/4 score mark. So you have this. It's almost like a Z fold, but different measurement. Simple. Then we have 3 pieces of designer paper. They're actually from the same design. It's on one side is the daisies, and on one side is the little diagonal light petal pink stripes with white in between, and little lemons. The pieces I cut don't have, I'll just turn this one over. Like it's not a great section of lemons, but it's fine. Anyway, they're pink and yellow with green leaves. But there's the shape of a lemon anyway. I assume that's a lemon. I'm going to go ahead and attach this designer paper because it won't hurt anything to attach it. So there's a larger piece, measurements over on the blog, of the daisy one that goes on this front left flap. If you fold the 1 1/4 back down, it fits in that section right there. Perfect. And then now fold the flap backwards again so that it's popped back on the front of the card. And these 2 1-inch strips with the lemons on them are going to go, one in this right section, right next to where we folded that back, and one on the folded back part. I'm just using my Stampin' Seal adhesive. Just try to align them approximately at the same height or at the bottom. So that is the front of the card. See how it opens like a Z fold. Then we have this piece of white that's going to go on the inside. It's the same exact size as the designer paper, and you have the same exact spacing right here on the inside. Now you could even add more paper here on the left, but I did not. I'm going to stamp on this one with the flower. Thank you, Jackie, by the way. This flower image that I told you about that has like 5 stems growing up with different kinds of flowers. Thank you, Pat, by the way. Xana, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to use crushed curry ink for this. I need that one. Grab my scratch paper. My crushed curry pad looks pathetic. but it works. It's one of those pads that, I don't know if y'all have ever done this, but I rinsed it off. I took all the ink off and I re-inked it, and it already looks kind of funky, but it works. And that's all I care about is, does it stamp? Yes. Okay. So these flowers, crushed curry, down at the bottom, I'm going to start off the left edge a little bit. And I think it's just going to take 2 times to stamp it to make them go. They're growing across the bottom in it's portrait, portrait. So long, skinny, taller rather than landscape. So just stamp it twice there at the bottom, like they're growing up from the bottom. And that's going to go on the inside of my card. I just realized I haven't like named all my pieces. I guess I'm just going to do them here one at a time. So there's that. Then for the front, I have a scrap here of basic white, just like the first card, and then a pre-die cut label. I'm going to use it long, like it's a rectangle. I'm going to use it landscape on this card, even though the card is portrait. And of course, it's from the Nested Essentials dies, which are literally essential to your collection. You must own them. 3 different shapes, piercing or stitching on when you die cut them. Banners, these rounded corner rectangles I'm using, which I used the largest one for this card, the very largest. And then these, which a lot of us are calling like a coffin shape, which, by the way, you can make different size coffins for depending on the size of your project. But I haven't used it as a coffin yet. I've used it. Y'all see these cat feet here? Just on cards. They're really pretty. I use this one on the scrapbook page to put that greeting on there, etc. But anyway, Nested Essentials. You need those. 100%. Okay, so I'm going to grab my scratch paper, and directly on this label, I'm going to stamp the flowers again, but this time in black. Right here, sorry. Where's my stuff? Oh, and by the way, my team gets all my tutorials free. So that's another perk. I'm just going to ink this up in Memento Black and stamp it 2 or 3 times, whatever it takes here. Same as on the inside. The tutorials I was telling you about for this class, my team gets those free. And now, I didn't used to do this, but they get all my tutorials free. So retreat in a box, camps, whatever. You're going to get that free if you're on my team. Put them over in the Facebook group. So, and let me go ahead and stamp hello on the scraps, and it's going to be in crushed curry. Ooh, the cat's very interested in this chamois. Okay. Now for these flowers, I'm going to color them in. So I stamped in Memento Black, which is water-based, and then I can color with alcohol-based markers, our Stampin' Blends. So whatever you're going to color with, you want to stamp in the opposite. So alcohol-based, Stampin' water-based, which is Memento Black. If you're going to watercolor, stamp in a permanent ink instead. This is water ink. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so I have my Stampin' Blends here, alcohol markers, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, and Petal Pink. All colors from this paper. Old Olive, Petal Pink. Well, Daffodil Delight. This is actually crushed curry, but we don't sell a crushed curry blend. And I'm just going to color. Actually, I'm just going to use light Old Olive for all the leaves. So quickly, bullet point, which is my favorite end to color with most of the time, unless I'm coloring something really large. I can just control this one better, and just trust me, it blends out. So if you're coloring a large area and it looks streaky, keep coloring. It will not be streaky. It just might take you a minute. Grab a piece of paper. You're like, oh, I need the big one. No, just keep coloring. Keep coloring. That's why they're called blends. It blends out. You can make any of those lines disappear by just continuing to color. We're looking at the middle section here, not the outer edges, which I didn't care about because they have no definition. So it does. And that's just referring to the bullet point end. But when you use the brush tip, you need to be gentle with it and don't push down where it frays out, because that fraying is permanent when you do that. Okay, then I'll make the little dark daffodil on the bottom of these larger sort of tulip style flowers, and then go over the whole thing with light. So that just gives it a little shading. Again, right now I have a big blob of dark down there, but if I just keep coloring, it blends it out. But yet you still see the shading. And then I think I only used light petal pink, but I'm going to put a little dark. So there's this other sort of tulip, I don't know, this other flower that's facing upward. So I'll put a little dark at the bottom of it and then color it, and then I'll color the other sort of daisy looking flower light petal pink. Oh, I should have put dark on that one. It's too late. We need to hurry. But basically, I'm not doing a ton of blending on these is the point. You can keep going over with your blends. It's not going to hurt your paper. It won't break down because it's alcohol. It's not water. Put the lid on immediately because it's alcohol. It dries out faster. And beautiful result. You don't have to be an artist, which I am not. Okay, I'm going to punch out hello. Who said, oh, bless her? Xana. No, she's very attention-seeking right now. Although now she disappeared. I'm like, uh-oh, what are you getting into? Okay. Put this card together. I am going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the little word hello. Minis, of course, but that's because they're my favorite. I mean, they work really well for this, but a big one would also. Very sticky today. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, so where's H? I know because I made this card before that the way this will fit is with this amount of overlapping. So I put the H on. I'm going to tuck the E under it a little bit, and then the next L will go a little over the E. The next L is going to go a little under this L. And I just know it fits because I already spaced it out previously. But if you don't know, you just lay them out before you glue anything permanent. Isn't it cute? Hello. And then this is only going to get glued with adhesive on the back of this white right here. I only want it to stick to this 1 1/4 inch flap on the front. Now, sometimes when you make these kind of cards, you do glue this whole front section down flat. It's up to you. It doesn't matter, but it's more interactive this way. or you might want it flat, whatever you want. So I'm going to flip it upside down. It's basically centered on there. Did I use dimensionals? Oh, I did. I was about to put that flat, which you can, but let me put a little row of dimensionals here. But you see how I'm using this guide visually to see where to put them because I flipped it upside down. I'm just going to do 5 there. And the trick is when you turn it back over, gluing it in the same spot. So the greeting is going sort of toward the bottom, basically approximately centered over that 1 1/4 inch piece, and you shouldn't have any adhesive showing here and here. Now the ink does bleed through on your blends, so that's going to show. You could die cut a second label and cover that up if you don't like that. And then all we need to add to this is a bow, and it's done. So I'm using the black and white gingham ribbon. Love it. We've had it for a long time. It's a staple. I'm going to do a bunny ear bow. I forgot to give instructions. Okay, bunny ears. Leave it on the roll. 2 bunny ears. Lots of space in between. If your hands are like this, you will not be able to make this bow because you just can't. So you need lots of space in between. And when I say lots, depends on how big the bow is, but enough space to make the size bow you want and be able to work with this. I have a loop or a bunny ear in each hand. All my fingers in my hands are pointing at me so that my ribbon, that helps me know that my ribbon is not twisted and turned. See how flat it is. Right loop over left, push that right loop down into the rabbit hole and pull. The flatter you keep your ribbon, even for any other kind of bow you make, the better your bow turns out. So cute. This is a small bow, obviously, for this card. And now when I cut on the right side, or in my case, the right side, there's no waste on that one side. So it saves you a lot of ribbon tying them from the bow instead of pre-cutting a piece. You're always going to have waste that way. Okay. Mini glue dot. Peel back the protective coating until you see 1 dot. Fold it down flat. Now you have same thing we used to have. Press, pull. And this bow is going to go on the bottom left corner of that flower piece. And that is the finished card. Hold on. Put this away so I can hold it without all the interference. Okay. And this is, again, part of that tutorial with 6 cards, step-by-step instructions, all the measurements, everything with 6 cards using just my type and the delightfully eclectic designer paper over on my blog. Okay, that's card number 2. I was trying to read, what is this comment? Not as bad as my horror. What was your horror, Xana? Thank you, Pat. Thanks, Marcia. Thank you guys very much. All right, card 2. I'm going to put the other one here. Oh, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So if you want to go get that tutorial, which again, my team gets free. So if you're in my team, don't go get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these are the other 5 cards. Super cute. Super cute. There they are. See fold. Okay. Let me move these somewhere. All right, 1 more card to go. And then I do have 1 additional. Oh, almost just showed the card. Goodness. I have 1 additional sample to share that I got in a swap recently. Okay, so this card, our card base is basic black, 5.5 by 8.5, and it's just a fold in half. Just fold it in half. It'll fit into the same envelopes. They all fit into the same size envelopes, of course. Just like the first card. This will be portrait as well. All 3 are portrait today. Then I have a piece of the designer paper. So this is the bubble bath that is with the delightfully eclectic 15% off. bubble bath, and white wide stripes, so like 1/4 inch wide stripes. So that's a full piece to go there on the front of the card. Measurements over on the blog. Then I have another piece of designer paper. This is one of the black and white designs. So on one side, it's fresh freesia with very large white flowers with black centers and little white dots. But we're using this other side, which is solid black with little white, almost like the single one thing of a rainbow, a half circle, not a circle though, half oval, really thick. Then connected to that on the bottom and upside down one, then repeat, repeat, repeat. So hopefully that helps with the pattern description. Super cute, all black and white, very uniform, solid, small, like 1/4 inch tall type half ovals. So that piece is about, I think, 1 1/4, exact measurements on the blog, by the 5 1/4 tall, 1.5 by 5 1/4 tall. And that's going to go over here toward the left of this card like that. Then I have a piece of basic black that's been pre-die cut with the radiating stitches dies. These are technically while supplies last. They're in our online store only. Anyone can purchase them on any type of order, starter kit, any of that. But just know that they're while supplies last. I used the second from the largest. It's basically, oh my goodness, a frame die, and which has these stitch marks on the edges. I don't know if you can see that good with the black paper, but anyway, that's what that is. I love those dies. And then to go inside that is a piece of basic white that has been embossed with the time worn type embossing folder. And it's a 6x6 folder, 3D thick one, but it goes perfect to me with the typewriter set, right? So anyway, time worn type. Okay, then I have a scrap of white and a piece of ribbon here, which I'll talk about when I get to that. Stamping. So I'm going to use the typewriter finally. Super cute typewriter image. The heart. One of the paper images, I used the straight one because in my other cards I've made, I've used the corner folded down one. So this is just a straight piece of paper, which by the way is 3 lines. There's no bottom line. It's a rectangle because it's supposed to be sticking out of the typewriter. So it's like half a sheet of paper. And then we're going to stamp high on this card, HI, lowercase typewriter print. Okay, so I just need black and bubble bath ink. Memento black and bubble bath. So the typewriter is going to be bubble bath. I did Google vintage typewriters and only found 2 colors, the turquoise and the black. And I said, well, we're going to do pink anyway. Black does just make a stunning card. Linda, I agree. Okay, there's our bubble bath typewriter. Ink it really well. Make sure you have the foam mat under if you don't have a hard table. If you get a bad image, just put something under and try it again. Then the basically half sheet of paper, we're going to do a memento black separately. I'm going to hand cut both of these out. And I'm going to stamp the word high, HI, down to the bottom right of the typewriter, of paper, whatever. And then a heart, a bubble bath heart, top toward the left side of the word high, and then another heart that I will hand cut out. That's all the stamping for this card. Basically, all 3 of these will get hand cut out. And oh, rhinestones. I'm going to put a couple of rhinestones on this card also. The scissors and the readers. Okay. No dies for this stamp set, unfortunately. They can't make dies for every set, I guess. But it is pretty easy to cut out. just making what I call long cuts. Start cutting with your scissors open as wide as you can and cut for as long as you can, turning the paper with your left hand instead of the scissors with your right, or vice versa. And those two things give you smoother cuts than if you're like cutting like this, you know, open, 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 and smoother corner transitions when you turn the paper, instead of trying to angle the scissors and the paper's in a weird position and all that stuff. I don't love hand cutting stuff out, but I'll do it every once in a while. And then after I do it, usually I'm like, that didn't even take that long. It's fine. But I don't love it. The paper, just cut the bottom straight. Does not need to be perfect because that will be hidden behind the typewriter. And then I just did straight cuts on the 3 sides. I didn't try to soften these corners. You could, but I did not, because it's easy. And the heart. I am leaving a white edge on all 3 of these. I think usually, depending on what you're doing, but usually that gives you a better look, basically. Just a reminder, comment on this video, replay or here live, to have a chance to win these cards I'm making today, all 3 of them. They are exclusive to this video. It's not a class that's coming up or anything, unless I like use them in card class in the future. Disclaimer, like, reserve the right, but at this time they're not a class coming up. And so anyway, that's one way you might be able to get your hands on them, is if you win that prize drawing. Okay, so I have all the pieces here. The ribbon I was talking about is the herringbone ribbon. It is white. This is a 8 3/4 inch piece with the ends cut at angles. Oh, and I was like, what else? It is like 3/4 of an inch wide, just so you know. That herringbone, it's a very wide ribbon. So that's why I have this weird, not weird, but short length piece that is not going to be a bow on this card. Okay, so I'm going to attach the black and white designer paper toward the left of the stripe paper, but maybe a 1/2 inch from the edge, approximately. Then that piece goes on my basic black card base. I didn't glue white on the inside, but I think you would do that when you actually get ready to write your note, or something on the inside to write your note on, because it's solid black, unless you use a white gel pen. Attach the type hand, what is it called? Time worn type white paper to the black radiating stitches piece. I'm going to add dimensionals to the typewriter and the heart, but not to my paper that I cut out, piece of paper. So 4 dimensionals on my typewriter and 1 on the heart. And let me add some adhesive to the back of this quote piece of paper that says hi. And I'm going to place the typewriter on this rectangle at an angle, down to the left, up to the right, toward the bottom. I'm just measuring both at the same time here, the paper and that. Okay, so paper flat, typewriter raised up, and then the heart is like a second heart coming off the page here. What angle should it be? I think this way. Then grab these black dimensionals again for the back of the black cardstock. That will be this black piece. Oh, wait. Dang it. I knew I was going to mess that up. Wrong. It's fine that I put the dimensionals except for the bottom right-hand corner on the back. Bottom right-hand corner. This is where my ribbon is going to go. I knew I was going to mess that up earlier. Okay, so this ribbon is going to get folded back and forth. I don't know what you call that. I never know the word for this, but you fold it back and forth. It's kind of not just on top of each other where you can see all the layers. I put adhesive on that bottom right-hand corner, and then I'm just going to place the ribbon on the corner. I'm doing it, sticking it to the back from the front so I can see how it looks. I think I want it. I love how you can reposition it. I'm going to make it a little tighter and a little more, less sticking out from the corner. That's just my fine adjustment there. Now I'll put dimensionals on top of this. I'll just use white. So I put the black away already. So always overlap ribbon and paper, like where it touches both when you attach ribbon like this. That secures it better. Now I can attach this to my card. So this will go on at an angle as well. Right corner higher, left corner lower. So cute. And then we'll add some rhinestones. These are the good old basic rhinestone jewels. I'm going to grab a couple of, with my Take Your Pick tool, a couple of small ones. We had a booth at the scrapbook convention this weekend, some of my team and I, and we used the Take Your Pick tool, and so many people were amazed. They don't know about the Take Your Pick tool because they're not, not all of them were familiar with Stampin' Up. And so we blew their minds. Many people ordered to Take Your Pick tool this weekend, which I thought was pretty cool. Anyway, you guys know about it already. So there is card number 3. The last card's your favorite, Julie. Yay. I had not so happy high school memories of typing class, but this card is stunning. I love it, Linda. I actually loved typing class because that's the only way I know how to type now in high school. I did love that. All the cards are very cute. Thanks so much for sharing. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, I hope I win. Who said that? Santa. Thanks, Jackie. All right, so let's look at all the cards from today in order. I have a bunch of stuff in my other hand here. With these fun folds, they don't lay flat too well. I'm not a very strong scorer. Anyway, there they are. Just my type. Super cute set. Leave a comment, even on the replay, to have a chance to win those. Over on the blog, stamptherapist.com, you will find the recipe cards for all 3. I can't remember why I printed 2 now. Oh, I was testing some new paper I ordered online, some new printer paper. I normally just print 1 to show you on the video that I have these recipe cards on my blog that you can print or just view, and they are created by My Stampin' Stuff, which is my website where you can keep your inventory of all your Stampin' Up merchandise. But anyway, it has the measurements and the products used. So these are over there on the blog at 11 a.m. Central in about half an hour from now. And there's the cards, measurements, full photos, big ones on the blog and the VIP Facebook group today. Excuse me. And then I have one additional card to show. This is from Karen Titus from a card swap I participated in recently. She used that journal paper. I forgot what you guys called it. Of course, the typewriter, hers is yellow. Here's that folded down corner paper. And look, I mean, she did use the delightfully eclectic designer paper, right? So very good match there. Awesome. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks, Marcia. Thanks, Sharon. Anne Margaret can't can't decide which one is my favorite. Yay, love it. Thanks, Marcia. Oh yeah, so Sharon was answering you, Diana, when she said just my type. Just in case you didn't catch that. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much. Yeah, super cute set. It's a standalone stamp set. It, there's no suite or bundle or anything, but super cute. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Ro. Hey, no problem, Ro. Ledger paper. Thank you, Sherry. She used the ledger paper. The word already left me. All right. Thank you, everybody. I am going to type tutorials today for my classes this weekend. I'll put those in the store as I get them typed. Stamp-A-Stack, sampler, card, scrapbook. Of course, they'll be emailed out tomorrow morning to everyone who's signed up for those classes. I still have a few spots left, except for scrapbook, if y'all want to sign up. Also, use the same class link to get all 4 tutorials for $30, and they'll be emailed to you by this weekend. But any questions on anything else I have going on, just let me know. All right. Everyone have a great day. Thank you very much. Oh, and you should get the starter kit. Just tell me what questions you have. I can answer them. Bye.